Hey everyone, and welcome back to our recap of Love and Sweet Frost. Episode 16 throws us right back into the action, and trust me, it's a roller coaster of near-death experiences, secret plots, and fated encounters. So, grab your snacks, and let's dive in. We open with Jinmi wandering through a dense, eerie forest. Suddenly, she stumbles upon a horrifying sight. The ground is littered with lifeless bodies. Terrified, she spins around to flee but crashes straight into a man who's barely clinging to life. It's the Prince of Yi, and he weakly gasps for her help. Just as Jinmi reaches for her medicine pouch, a masked assassin materializes from the shadows, sword raised to finish the prince off. Jinmi screams and shuts her eyes, but in that split second, something incredible happens. The lotus mark on her chest erupts in a brilliant, radiant glow, forming a protective shield around them both. The assassin, stunned by the celestial light, realizes Jinmi isn't just any mortal. He instantly recognizes her as someone from the celestial realm and, without another word, vanishes back into the darkness. As the light fades, Jinmi leans over the prince, too, completely unaware that the red thread of fate tied to both their ankles is faintly glowing, a silent testament to their intertwined destinies. Meanwhile, up in the heavenly realm, Kiwon is hard at work, meticulously crafting the deadly spirit-extinguishing arrow. The sheer power radiating from this weapon is so immense that it's felt all the way in the demon realm. The Demon Lord senses it and realizes with a shock that the legendary Spirit Slayer clan was completely wiped out after all. Adding fuel to the fire is the slippery king of Gu Chang. He whispers poisonous words into the Demon Lord's ear, suggesting that whoever could summon the wrath of the Netherworld must be an extraordinary being, planting seeds of doubt about Zhu. The Demon Lord looks at his own son still unconscious, and his suspicion grows. Guqing presses his advantage, reminding the Demon Lord how Zufeng supposedly abandoned the demon heirs in the past, leaving one insane and the other comatose. He insists Zufeng lied when he promised they'd wake in 3 days. Enraged and deceived, the Demon Lord swears that if his son doesn't awaken, Zufeng will pay the ultimate price. Bick. In the mortal world, Jinmi manages to get the injured prince back to the Holy Healers clan. She figures he must be a very lucky bandit to have survived such a massacre. Later that night, driven by a desire to help, Jinmi sneaks into the clan's medicine hall. She carefully retrieves a priceless 1,000-year snow ginseng, but Kyung-hoo catches her red-handed. Jinmi tries to lie, but Kyung-hoo sees right through it, warning her that stealing a sacred herb is a capital offense. But Jinmi pleads with her, her voice soft but firm. Saving a life is worth more than building 7 temples, she argues. The elixir of immortality might be a myth, but this snow ginseng can truly save someone. When Kyungwoo still refuses, Jinmi does the unthinkable. She uses a sleeping potion to knock her out and makes off with the precious herb. By morning, the prince finally awakens, only to find himself dressed in a woman's robe. Horrified, he thinks his soul has left his body and frantically tears off the clothes. When Jinmi walks in, he quickly lies back down, pretending to be asleep. But as she checks his pulse, he lunges, grabbing her by the neck. Just as he's about to strangle her, a strange, familiar feeling washes over him, and he releases his grip. He tries to speak, but no sound comes out. Jinmi, realizing he's mute, uses gestures to explain that she saved him. She gives him a brush and paper, and he reveals his condition. Jinmi diagnoses him with a deadly poison that will kill him within a year if left untreated. The prince begs her to save him. Jinmi agrees, but she has a little prank in mind. As a small payback for nearly being strangled, she decides to test him with one of her more potent tonics. News reaches the demon realm that Zufeng has descended to the mortal world for his trial. The demon lord is furious. His assassins failed. But the cunning king of Gucheng advises patience. Killing Zhu Feng now would just help him complete his tribulation and return to heaven even stronger. Instead, he proposes a more permanent solution, the spirit extinguishing arrow. A weapon capable of completely obliterating a soul. The demon lord agrees, ordering Gucheng to eliminate Zhu Feng at all costs. But with a stern warning, do not let the king of Beyondchain know about this. Back in heaven, Qion presents the finished spirit-extinguishing arrow to the heavenly queen. Her voice is ice-cold as she says, "This arrow can kill gods and Buddhas alike. Go, do not fail." She then adds a chilling final order. "I've already spoken with Yuangi. Jinmi must never be allowed to return to heaven." Thea. In the mortal realm, Jinmi and the recovering prince, whom she calls Yi, communicate through writing. She learns he was injured fighting the Lion Lu people and starts to admire him as a righteous bandit. Wondering why such a brave man never joined the army. When he asks her age, Jinmi, used to her role as a saint, puffs up with pride. "It's impolite to ask a lady's age," she chides. "You should ask my longevity instead." Who? When he asks why she saved him, her first thought is, "Because you have a handsome face." But she gives a much more virtuous answer about compassion. The prince is amused and intrigued by this mysterious, unpredictable girl. Elsewhere, Sweek, now reincarnated, is in a panic. The Prince of Yi is missing. She orders a massive search and rushes to her father, the Marquis of Namping, declaring, "If the prince dies, I'll die with him." Moved by her devotion, the Marquis promises to rally the court to find him. The web of deceit deepens in the demon realm. The king of Gucheng holds a secret meeting, ordering his followers to hunt down the remaining spirit slayers and find every spirit-extinguishing arrow. The first one we find, he commands, we use on Zhu Feng. Lying overhears this treacherous plot and is discovered. She confronts Gucheng, accusing him of treason and manipulating the demon lord himself. Cornered, the king orders her death, but lying creates a distraction and escapes. Furious, Gucheng issues a fake decree in the demon lord's name, ordering lying to be hunted down and executed on sight. And so, with arrows, poison, and betrayal lurking in the shadows, destinies of Jinmi and Zhu Feng are once again drawing closer in the mortal world. What will happen when all these schemes collide? We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for watching, everyone. This episode was packed with suspense, and it looks like things are only going to get more intense from here. What was your favorite moment? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next recap. See you next time.